Alright, so now we're going to get into this great match, Lesnar
It
Goldberg.
befuddles my mind that, well, a lot of things do that, but this especially, that this is what they're choosing to immortalize in 30 years of WrestleMania. This match,
Yeah.
I saw this match live. It was a fiasco. The crowd was really hostile. I guess because they knew Lesnar was leaving for MMA, wasn't it?
No, to play
Football. That's right. To play football.
play football for the Vikings.
And the crowd was really hostile. And it's like, I don't know if the wrestlers were pissed off at the crowd or whatever, but
Yeah.
they just sort of stood there, sort of glaring at each other for a while. There was very little happened. It was really dull. It seemed almost like like an attitude adjuster to the audience, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Now that we're in the PG era, I have to call it that. But
What's what's that?
no, nothing. Now Goldberg, of course. Now he was originally really big in WCW, right?
Yes. Yes.
And he was like this unstoppable force for a while.
Yeah.
What's he doing nowadays?
Goldberg, I couldn't tell you. I know that he does comment, and I think I know he's appeared on Stone Cold's podcast,
Oh, okay.
which given who Stone Cold Steve Austin is, I can't help but find it a little bit hilarious that he has a podcast. Not because I think he's unpopular, but because I'm trying to imagine Stone Cold Steve Austin sitting on a computer and editing the audio for a podcast.
with Audacity open.
I just imagine him getting frustrated sometimes and trying to
Smashing a
crack
can
two
of beer
beers
through
right
the
onto
monitor,
the computer.
possibly.
What's that?
Smashing a can of beer through the monitor, possibly.
Yeah.
Just
Just getting
take it from someone who knows, folks. Don't try to do audio editing when you've been drinking. I'm not going to say how I know that, but I do.
Okay, so here we'll be playing Goldberg Lesnar
Right.
again, March 14th, New York.
I don't even remember
special referee.
I don't even remember who won this match. Who are you playing as here?
You play as Goldberg, it looks like.
Okay.
So, nothing left to it but to do it.
Now, of course, Brock Lesnar is, of course, the man who just a month or two ago broke the Undertaker's legendary WrestleMania undefeated streak.
Yes. Yes.
After
Which-
how long was the streak? Like 20 wins or something?
It was 21 matches.
Okay. So the streak was just finally old enough to start drinking, and then it died.
Yes.
Sadly.
That's how all stories seem to go, though.
Reaches
They get
drinking
their
age
first
and then just
taste,
dead.
and then, bam. So Stone Cold Steve Austin is here to
He's
get
the
the
guest
crowd
ref, right?
to care, I guess.
Maybe you could. As I recall, he pummeled both of them after the match for some reason, and that was like
Yes.
the only enjoyable part of it.
Yes.
If you could
And,
play as him in this somehow, that might be kind of entertaining.
uh, we make fun of John Cena for his jean shorts, but Steve Austin ran around in jean shorts, but he was very proudly a redneck.
Those are very
so-
short too.
I know.
Those are like Daisy Dukes.
They're like thigh shorts. They only need another inch or two, and they would be bona fide Daisy Dukes. So here's Brock Lesnar.
Now does the game?
I did not realize that. I don't particularly care too much for Brock Lesnar, so I don't watch a lot of his old stuff. But I did not realize how much he tried to be on the mic.
Did he?
Because now he just stands around and looks menacing while Paul Heyman talks.
Okay. Well, that's kind of the thing. You got sometimes you got the big guy who's not that great a talker. You give him the heel manager.
Right. Well, Chris Benoit was the same way.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, he broke out eventually. But even when he was a
Even
face,
as a face,
he
was very.
he was
man of few
temporarily
words.
walking around with John Cena, and John Cena would be cutting promos.
Bill Goldberg.
So here's Goldberg. Um, funny story. If reading Undisputed by I Am Jericho, not by I Am Jericho, by Chris Jericho, tells you that. Oh wow. You definitely can't hear this, but right now there are chants yelling, "You sold out."
Oh, are there? I was going to ask.
Yes.
I'm not. Nick is recording this at his place, and I'm seeing the screen share, so I'm not getting the audio. I'm not getting live audio. I was going to ask, like, are they like recreating the hostile crowd reception?
Yes, there
that's
were
kind of cool. At
boos
least
when
they're not trying to
Lesnar
revise
came
that
out.
bit of history away.
Yeah. There were boos when Lesnar came out, which, like, you can set your crowd reaction to cheers or boos, so that doesn't surprise me. But there were definite chants of "You sold out" to
I remember that.
Goldberg. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Oh, interesting
What
bit
was
of
I saying?
trivia. Brock Lesnar was at the youngest WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, cool.
25 years of age.
How old was he?
25 years of age in 2002.
Nice.
And he defeated The Rock.
Alright, so here's Goldberg. Oh, God. Suplex.
Alright.
Yeah,
So is there any, like,
crowd is actually fairly quiet.
See, now this, you've already diverged greatly from history, because wrestling is occurring.
Yeah. We weren't standing around.
In the real match, like, we'd still be at the point they just sort of be, like, looking at each other, kind of, should we do stuff? I don't know, do you want to?
You know, I'll tell you that, like, that seems to be a commonality for Brock Lesnar, and it's, you know, it sounds really sad. The 2014 Royal Rumble, which is the most vocally hated pay-per-view, like, I think in a very long time.
Really? Why?
That was Batista's return.
Okay.
And the start of the modern, I guess you could call it Yes movement. It's complicated. Daniel Bryan, who was at the time like a mid-card
and he's now the champion.
character. Yeah, he's now the champion because of this pay-per-view.
Okay.
He was kind of he was like he curtain jerked basically the show against Bray Wyatt in easily the match of the night. And so they went on to have just a bunch of really terrible matches. There was Big Show versus Brock Lesnar, where Brock Lesnar and Big Show like stood around, and then
I'm sensing a recurring theme here.
Exactly. And then Brock Lesnar went and I think he clotheslined Big Show. Okay. Big Show was laying on the ground, and Brock Lesnar went out and got like all the steel chairs underneath the ring, sitting at ringside. Like there were like 40 chairs, and he just kept one after the other hitting Big Show with them, and they weren't breaking. It was just like he'd hit him with one chair, and then he'd move on to the next chair.
He's testing them individually for weight and balance.
Yeah, and this was not an Extreme Rules match. This was not a no disqualifications match. It's just the ref had never rung the bell, and he still continued to refuse to ring the bell so that Brock Lesnar could keep just hitting him. Okay.
With his cavalcade of chairs.
Is this a corner spear or do I? Okay. Oh fuck. I'm trying to remember if...
What's your objective? Hit a spear?
I have to hit the spear.
Okay.
So I gotta remember, okay, this is a corner finisher. And so here's Goldberg about to do the spear. On Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
That's one of those moves.
Seriously, there's no crowd pop. This is kind of hilarious.
Well, like I said, I give him credit for like acknowledging the fact that this match was a complete fiasco.
Ah, toe hold.
The spear really seems like one of those maneuvers that'd be more dangerous to the attacker.
What? Just a straight shoulder tackle?
Well, dangerous in the sense that, like, if you miss, the way they do it, like,
yeah.
If you miss and it's just your spine versus their stomach, that's trouble.
Yeah. Well, I think more of like when they do the, dodge out of the turnbuckle, leading you to ram yourself straight into the steel pole. Like, if you really were tackling yourself full on, that could really mess you up. At any rate, yeah, so that was one of the reasons. Lesnar Big Show at Royal Rumble 2014 was just one of many reasons that the Royal Rumble 2014 was so hated.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to do something sacrilegious here.
What's that?
And actually look at the special moves because it tells me jackhand. Okay, got it.
You're breaking kayfabe, Nick.
I know. And I feel bad because the jackhammer is actually apparently really easy. So I feel like an idiot. Because all I gotta do is stand in front. Oh, son of a bitch, come on.
Uh-oh.
Lesnar, repeated powerbomb. I think I've already told the story about Lesnar breaking Crash Holly's neck.
Hardcore Holly. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hardcore Holly, yeah.
Oh, that was him who did that?
Yeah.
Now, did you say, like Holly had, like, a history of, like, stiff-arming guys in the ring and actually causing injuries?
Yeah, sandbagging and stiff-arming shots.
And, like, actually causing real injury?
Yeah.
Which is weird to me, because I mostly knew him, like, from earlier in his career as Sparkplug Holly, where he was this really nice guy.
Yeah. Goldberg pins Lesnar. Yay!
Okay, is Steve Austin going to go on his rampage now?
Well, I'm not going to spoil it for you.
I don't remember why he went on his rampage. I mean, I was glad he did, because it finally meant something interesting happened in the match, but...
I know. And mercifully, this match was... my version of this match was, what, like 7 minutes?
And it had, like... Yeah, and it was, like, non-stop action. As opposed to, like, none.
It's because I wanted to get it over with.
What are they on about now?
Looks like they're arguing. Oh, people are unhappy. Still boos. Still you sold out.
Yeah, I remember this match has kind of just sort of faded from my... What? Superstar change! Yes! Yes!
Player one
is now Stone Cold Steve Austin! Yes! Okay, this has kind of redeemed itself now. Yeah,
so
you
I
gotta
have
stun
an infinite amount of finishing moves, and all I have to do is get in here and break it up.
This is the first for these...
Come on.
This is the first time in this mode you've actually played as, like, switched to who you're playing, isn't it?
No, second time.
Oh,
the first time was
what was the first?
Yokozuna versus Bret Hart.
Oh, and then you became Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, he stole a finisher from me by countering.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Oh. Ow.
This is not how it's supposed to go. I'm just supposed to hit the stunner on both of you. Like this.
Ow. Ow.
And this. There we go.
Oh.
I like this idea that Stone Cold Steve Austin appears to referee the match, and then at the end it's just like, fuck everything, and stunners both of them. It makes me happy.
It was that match's sole redeeming characteristic.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the second time that this mechanic is used.
Okay. Alright, well, that concludes WrestleMania 20.
Yep.
The screen blacks out to hide the Benoit match, and
It really is a shame that we'll never get to see that. Funnily enough, for subscribers to the WWE Network, you cannot specifically look up WrestleMania 20.
the whole thing is what, like, just been disappeared?
It exists and you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
And all you have to do is just like go and browse pay-per-views by year.
Okay. But it's not like a. Can you directly select other WrestleManias?
What's that?
Can you directly select other WrestleManias?
Yes.
Okay, that's weird.
You can look up WrestleManias by year, and it skips right over 2004. It's so strange.